This is Eve Christoph. I'm your Love Life coach. This is Eve's Eden Show. And the question came in today from Greenfield, Massachusetts. Is it possible to mix passion, intimacy, and romance with family, marriage, and domestic responsibilities? That's a really important question, and let's just examine it for a little while right now, okay? So I saw a TED Talk and by a wonderful woman on this topic, and her advice was basically, she said passion, desire, and love do not go hand in hand. And she said this is because, you know, love is dependable, love is kind, and love is known, love is unconditional, love is there when you're sick, love is there when you're sad, love is not a mystery as much as it's a complete given in the moment you're in the love. It's real, it's present. When you're in your pajamas, when you look terrible, it's still there. This is partnership in raising children. This is business relations. You need love. You need family, friends who love you. But desire, there we go into a land where it thrives to have mystery, to have space to long for. Your desire is built from not having, you're longing, and then you're in a new realm because it's new and there's no responsibility involved. It's just romantic because you can let go of all of the family daily things, the work things, the survival things, and you can be in this state of almost fantasy. And that fantasy can bring you into more places of yourself, more ways that you want to explore. I had a relationship a while back with a person who told me they were in an open marriage, and they had all kinds of reasons why they had to stay married, and I believed all of it, and I thought everything was on the up and up with them, and then suddenly I discovered that the spouse is actually living with them, and I'm feeling, wow, I'm in on her territory. What the heck? I was like, did you talk to her about this? It's really open, right? And then suddenly it was, no talking about it. And I was saying to him, let's have some communication. Let's see each other more regularly and become more friends. No, he didn't want to do that. And he was warning me. He was saying, if we get into all of the regular stuff that people do, it won't be like this. It won't have this magical passion that comes out of nowhere and is totally cosmically, wild. He said it'll turn into something domestic. It'll turn into all my other relationships. I don't want you to know me more. I don't want you to see me more. I don't want you to talk to my wife. I don't want you to want to have communication exercises, all the things you want in a really intimate friendship, partnership. So basically, a girlfriend sat me down and she said, "Look, Eve, you're think of all the cultures all over the world, the Italians and the French and the Latin cultures where people have affairs. That's just the way it's done." And she said, his wife knows that he's having an affair with you. She's having affairs too. They've discussed this long ago, but they don't rub it in each other's faces. They don't ever talk about it. It's the agreement. Those two realms are separate. And I realized she was right, and also that I could never be the wife. He had a wife. she had that role. She was always going to be the one in the home cooking with all of the friendship and family and dedication and financial support and deep you know, community time and time hanging out, all those other realms of the man that I wanted to know. That was never going to happen because she was in that role, and around the world the wife's place is actually very strong. It's probably a lifelong partnership, and there's nobody going to compete with that. But the way they deal with the intimacy, passion, the need for passion and magic is they have affairs and they keep them very separate. So our question now in this modern time of wanting to do something new, we want to evolve, right? We're in evolution as a species. So how do we create magic and love? Here's some tips for you. Don't live together. As soon as you live together, you want space. You're creating walls and barriers between you intimately just because you need space. As soon as you live together, the woman can never be in a mysterious way showing up miraculously beautiful. She's already been seen blowing her nose in her, you know, moon time, and now if she dresses up for you, she feels kind of like a fool, dressed like a clown dressing up on Halloween. Whereas if she lives separate from you and she shows up for your date time in her glory, she knows she's got enough time to get out of there, go back to her own home and fall apart. Same with you. You know, you can hold it together to be that awesome, you know, magic hero, and then when you want to cuddle up and drink a beer and watch a ball game and put your feet on the table, she's gonna leave. Thank goodness. Don't live together. The other thing is, help each other financially, help each other emotionally, help each other with some really physical things that you might need, but don't entwine your finances to such a level where neither of you have freedom anymore. Keep freedom. If one person has more finances than the other and it feels really right to be the support for the other, well then the one who's getting the financial support needs to be giving something very tangible back for that. Okay? So you're going to share finances, but you don't entwine them and lock them together. You keep autonomy and freedom, right? Now, there's also this thing where people say, well, we need to take that last step. We need to get to the next level. All right, yes, it's true. There's these levels of intimacy that need to be, they're like thresholds, and you need to be conscious when they come and really take these steps where you go, oh yes, we're entering a new realm, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. So the way to do this though, rather than getting married, which locks you in and suddenly there's this terrifying feeling of no growth. I can't tell you how many couples I know who had a hot, hot romantic life until they got married. All right. Sacred marriage, sacred vows, rituals together, many of them. Big parties for family to celebrate your life together. Yes, do it. Those big parties will bring the support of all the people around you for your relationship. But do agreements, sacred vows, sacred agreements together that are renewable and that have a set point where they end. I think it's about 3 months is long enough for an intention agreement to last, and then it has to be redone, and that means everything about it is null and void. Even the question of monogamy, everything comes up again, and you might say, well, we loved the last arrangement, let's do it. Now when you do these arrangements together, it's good to look and see how much were you able to fulfill your promises to each other. I did this with somebody and it was so wonderful because every 3 months we assessed. We were actually 100% sometimes, many times, on every single agreement we'd made, and that would be agreements from how we would nourish each other spiritually, emotionally, physically, in our health and our sexuality, how we would